Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites and hopefully add all kinds of awesome games to your backlog or your wish list or your now playing list or whatever you're doing out there. I'll tell you what, we are going to add to it as much as we possibly can. And if you like rogues, I'm so glad you have chosen to hang out here with us for a little bit because that's all we play. That's all we play. So, thank you for being here. Folks, I am back with a game that is new to the channel. Not necessarily a new game, but new to the channel. And I gotta tell you, sometimes I learn about these games and I say to myself, boy, how did this one get past me? How did this slide underneath the radar screen? Because it's awesome. You know what? We just had that happen the other day when I started playing The Void Rains Upon Her Heart. Now, that's a game that I have grown to love quite a bit. And you know, it's been in early access since 2018. So, these things happen. They happen. That certainly happened with this game, and I am so glad that the developer took the time to reach out to me and say, hey, Goat, you know what? We like your channel, and we think that you would like playing this game, and we think your audience would enjoy seeing it. It couldn't have been more correct. It was a great recommendation. I'm having a ball with it. This is a game called Deflector. And what we have here is a top-down action roguelite that has this very interesting component where you can knock back both your primary weapon, at least when playing as this character, and the enemy projectiles to weaponize them against them. We talk a lot about the feel of a game. You've seen this in reviews. The jumping in the game feels well. The attacking in the game just feels so right. It's responsive. The game has a nice rhythm to it. It's got a great feel. We've all read that or heard that before. I'm going to tell you that this game has a great feel to it. Now, at first, I was a little bit concerned. I thought, oh gosh, weapon and projectile deflection. I don't know. I've tried rhythm games in the past, you know, and I'm thinking of titles like, Crypt of the Necrodancer, for instance. Killing 2 or more enemies within a short time summons a lightning bolt to strike a nearby enemy, dealing damage based on your attack attribute. Yes. I've played games like Crypt of the Necrodancer. They don't go well for me. And so I thought, you know, I don't know how this is going to be, but I got to tell you, I grew accustomed to it quickly. There's a nice little tutorial in the beginning of the game that helps you get a feel for the timing of everything. And even as things get chaotic, you can still pull off some pretty neat stuff on the battlefield. So hopefully we see that today. Another neat thing is that the video that you are watching right now, this one, it's rated G. Now some of you are saying, oh goodness, I know why. I know what he means when he says it's rated G, but some of you are like, what is this guy doing? What is he talking about? Uno momento. This video is rated G for giveaway. Isn't that outstanding? we like giving away games on the channel at least once a week. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we're going to do here. All you need to do to be eligible for the giveaway, and we're going to be giving away 2 copies of the game, is be subscribed and leave a comment. That's it. That's all. Not that big of an ask, right? Tell us what kind of coffee you're drinking, what kind of tea you're drinking. Tell us how your day's going. Tell us what you think about this game. Whatever you'd like, be subscribed, leave a comment, and we are going to pick a winner, 2 winners, in fact, on August 25th. So that gives people plenty of time to get in on this thing and join in on the fun. So we're going to get down to business here. You know that brass tacks. You know what I'm talking about. We might have some coffee talk. We might talk about a movie that I took in recently that some of you have probably taken in as well. This thing just, well, quite literally blew me away. Quite literally. But all in all, we're going to have some fun playing Deflector. Talking about Deflector. Oh, by the way, I want to point out, this is a dog. That's a dog. And I am delighted to let you know right now, it is possible to pet the dog. Okay? That's good news. You know, that's important to a lot of us. Can you pet the dog? You can. I should say, too, I am joined out here by my esteemed colleague, as I sometimes am. This is Cup of Cacao today. Not coffee. It's cacao. I am drinking a cup of cacao from Creo Brew, in case you want to get out there and get some for yourself. It's C-R-I-O-B-R-U, Creo Brew. And this is a limited edition blend that they put out. Ooh, these are tough rounds. I gotta say that up front. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna fire off our super capability right off the bat and try and keep things clear as possible. We gotta survive for a requisite amount of time. And then I believe we're going to get to upgrade one of our capabilities so long as we can survive this. All right, so far, okay. That didn't go too poorly. We've got 35 out of 100 health left, but here's really the good part. When hit by a deflected projectile, distant enemies have a chance to be struck. The chance of a lightning strike to occur is increased, or summons an additional lightning bolt when we kill 2 or more enemies. I'm gonna keep those even with each other. I like both of them. So this is their maple blend, and I gotta tell you, it's really good. All right, we can't afford these capabilities. Would have liked to buy one of those. So instead, I'm going to increase our deflect attribute, which will do more damage on deflections. What I probably want to look for down the line is an opportunity to grab some additional health. So cheers to you. If you've got something in your cup, I hope it's something good. I've always enjoyed the fact that we can all have a cup of coffee together across the wide sections of the universe. And yes, I did finally finish my first bag of coffee beans that I acquired from the Alaska trip. And I have now started drinking the bag that I acquired from our stop at Juneau. So we'll be talking about that at a later date. It's another dark roast. It's phenomenal. I'll have more to say about the roaster and such in case anybody wants to try and pick up a bag. Today it's all about the maple cacao. Alright, instant shield. Obtain a deflecting shield after deflecting 5 times. Projectiles deflected by the shield deal damage based on your health attribute. Okay. We're gonna go this route. This is a nice one. Let's show how this works. Well, the dog picked this up. I'm gonna show how it works now. So that just simply creates like a trap almost for them to walk into when I dash. I think we're gonna have the opportunity to make it to the boss, but I don't know how long we're gonna last with the current health situation. Okay. Now the 2 out of 2 that you're seeing up there is indicating that this is the second wave of enemies in this area. I think these guys are being spawned. Let's come up here and take out this. All right. We get arrows as well that indicate the location of the remaining enemies. Those are actually quite helpful. We're going to put it in health for obvious reasons. That'll carry us just a little bit further into the health bar, but this is going to be a tough encounter. We will be leveraging our power over here that's on a cooldown, as well as trying to deflect as many attacks as we possibly can. Now you might be thinking, oh, this doesn't look too bad. Just wait. Just give it a moment. I mean, at the same time, some of you might be just complete Adonises at the Bullet Heaven style games and are thinking, my God, you know, I think the GOAT is just a filthy casual. I think so. How dare you? All right, we're going superpower mode. We can throw 2 discs at once when that's active. We're just gonna keep this flowing if we can. Can I tell you, I had to call a buddy of mine because I had a question for him. We work in the same space, and, you know, he happens to know that, hey, that went well. Okay, I wouldn't have called that. Let's grab this. This is going to be something good. Crawlers. Using your active ability spawns 5 spiders to assist you. The spiders deal damage based on your deflect attribute. Or rock skin. Using your active ability envelops you in a stone shell, making you invincible. I like the idea of spiders. I don't like them around me in real life, but I like the idea of them in video games helping. Some spider pets, and we're gonna get some health back, which is great. So I had to call a buddy of mine, and when he answered the phone, do you know what he said, this guy? He says, hey, hi, hello. You know, I told him, I said, I think you've been watching too much of these videos out there by this Yahoo. This Yahoo called the GOAT. He agreed. Hey, so we just went into the Toxic Sea biome. It is our goal to win all of these biomes in a single run. That's what we're trying to do. And we're gonna go grab some health here, even though this one's pulling on my heartstrings. The safe thing to do is to go get some health. Let's do that. All right. So, last night, made it out to a film that has been quite popular, very much in the limelight lately. This is a film called Oppenheimer, and I trust that some of you have seen this film at this point. In fact, when the dev reached out about this game, I said, you know, this game is phenomenal. I'm absolutely gonna create some content on this game to show this off. I can't do it today, though, because I'm going to Oppenheimer, and hopefully, buddy, you're gonna be able to get out and see the movie as well. That's the response I got. It was phenomenal. For those of you that haven't seen it, you know, I would never spoil anything. If anything, I'm talking at a high level. This is not a feel-good film. It's not going to make you happy. You know, this is about troubling times and measures that were taken. But what I really want to talk about is the performance that was put on by Cillian Murphy and the surrounding cast. I was just blown away by what I saw. And we've talked about this before when we've mentioned various shows. Folks have commented saying, yes, yes. In fact, it was when we were talking about The Bear most recently and the performance that Jamie Lee Curtis put on in the Christmas episode of season 2. It was just incredible. We all felt her through the screen. Similar feelings about this. Cillian, wow. Just all kinds of credit to this man for what he pulled off for all of us to enjoy and take in and digest and discuss. As I said, this is not a feel-good movie. There are certainly moments where I turn to my brother-in-law, who I saw the film with, and it had a chuckle here and there. But, you know, I stopped at a cafe before the film. I got an Americano. This was not a film that I said, hey, why don't we go large bucket challenge? Solo. right? Extra butter. This is a film that I wanted to kind of study along the way and really focus on. And it was an experience. This is a film that is 3 hours long. And to some of us, we say, oh my goodness, 3 hours long. How could they? How could I? How could anybody? It's 2023, my goodness. I hear you. It's a long time to go. It's definitely a challenge for the glutes, you know? The glutes and the bladder, perhaps. You won't know that it's 3 hours. I certainly didn't. Whether you see this film at the theater, or you see it on Blu-ray once it comes out, or you see it on streaming once it's out, just see this film. It's going to educate you. You're going to see some things that, you know, maybe you read about. And it's just interesting to see it all and to feel the things that these people felt in doing the work that they did. And I'll leave it at that. What's this guy saying over here? Oh, wait a second. I think I blew it on the cell exchange. I thought the dog wanted to talk, but I traveled back. That's all right. That's all right. I think I know where this run is about to go anyways. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's put our power on, shall we? Maybe we'll get lucky here. Oh, wow. There's a lot going on the screen. Now, this is what's interesting. As we play, we're going to open up new powers that we can find along the way. So let's continue here. And, you know, we're going to do another run. We're going to play as the other character, the slasher. Other robots to be found still. Haven't opened them up yet. But we're going to try run as the slasher here. We're also going to show off the forms of meta progression. So there's two different categories. We've got the permanent ones. Unlocks additional healing, some discounts in the cell exchange rooms. There's a chance at least. Save point upgrade. And the Apex shop. A cell exchange location will now appear before every Apex virus. I'm going to open that one. What do we have next here? Healing stream upgrade. The healing stream restores 15% additional health every time you activate it in the hub. That's interesting. We've got another set called Activated Enhancements, and you can pick up to 2 from each of these categories. Every time you open a new one, it's going to open up another potential upgrade. Completing a mutation room without taking damage increases the chance the rewarded mutation being a special one by 15%. I'm going to go with that. And now we've opened up increases all damage dealt by 5% for every 200 cells you hold up to 25%. That's interesting. All right. Now that we've shown that off, let's go for another run here. Quick sip. Cheers to you. All right, so we get different gifts that we get to choose one of along the way. This is kind of utility, this is health, this is damage. Let's go damage and see what they got for us this time. Link. Dashing leaves behind an orb that remains linked to you by the laser. We've seen that one before. Dashing fires a laser. I'm going to go with the link. And then remember, we've got an opportunity to upgrade that along the way as well. You can do these biomes in any order that you choose, but every time you go to a new one, the difficulty gets a little bit higher to kind of balance for the power level that you're pushing. It makes sense. Now, I think that this character has a slightly easier time deflecting. And I think that we're probably going to want to build out in a way that favors deflection, since there's a likelihood that we're going to have a lot of those happening. Let's not get bit by the big worm. But there's some trade-offs, right? We don't have a boomerang anymore. We can't bat the boomerang around back and forth. And if I'm being honest, I miss my boomerang a little bit. The next enemy hit with your primary weapon after you deflect takes bonus damage based on your attack attribute. Taking damage causes you to release a wave that destroys projectiles and deals damage based on your health. Let's go with the bolstered strike. We're going to build around deflections and frequency of deflections. We're just going to make the assumption that those are going to happen a lot. All right. Okay, good deal. Yeah, I'm hearing from a lot of you recently that are enjoying the Returnal playthrough series. Great to see that. I appreciate all the comments. You know, of course, I'm going through the comments before each time I play and tallying those up so that we can add the additional buffs. The most recent episode that is out now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. It was a banger. There was a lot that happened. A lot of story stuff that was interesting. Gosh, that game really goes places. I've got to remember to dash so that we can activate that laser mine properly. Wonderful. All right, when hit by a deflected projectile, distant enemies have a chance to be struck by lightning. We are going that way. Anything related to a deflection. Figure I gotta take the sips while I can, right? Maple just wanders right in. So with that guy's special, he just kind of does an automatic hit. Which is kind of nice to just get in and get out. There, now our dash laser's working for us. Folks have probably figured it out by now that the yellow projectiles cannot be deflected. Just have to dash through them or keep away. Alright, your third attack is now a sword that falls from the sky at some distance from you, dealing damage based on your attack attribute. Wow. Using Radial Slash when at maximum rage releases a huge wave that deals damage. I think we're gonna go with the Sky Sword. That sounds cool. Let's see what that looks like. Let's plan our path as well. I want the mutation, so we're gonna go this way, and then we'll probably want to visit the health station. All right, I like the Sky Sword, turns out. Perfect. Ooh, that was a great deflection. All right, where are these guys? Probably down here. You know, some of the stages, you really can cruise through them if everything comes together. All right, where are we at? Right here. Oh. Sometimes you think you're good and then you get hit. All right. Can bat those around as well, which is fun. Probably getting close to the end here. There we go. Let's do the deflect attribute. We'll just keep building on that. Yeah, they do a great job of amping up your power level over time. And there's some nice synergies to be found. You're saying, Goat, the synergies don't always seem to be working for you. I know. Shield projectiles. Deflecting 4 or more projectiles grants you a shield for a short time. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. Perfect timing on the health. And I do have an upgrade that makes this give us 15% more health. Oh my. I did not know about this. We can charge our weapon up and throw it. Oh, well, I just stumbled upon that. That's neat. Well, there you have it. I wonder if the other character's weapon can be charged up. You know, they probably mentioned that in something that I had to read along the way. And I don't always do a terribly good job at reading everything. I kind of just want to get in and play. Because discovering that stuff on your own ends up being fun. Oh, wow. That was a cool finish. All right, 83 health. I feel pretty good about that. We certainly had more last time around. Ooh, look at these. Grants a mutation add to your DNA board. Summon Buttercup, a bot that has a chance to heal you for an amount equal to the damage taken from a single source after 1 second. Restores a small amount of health. It's a health orb. Let's get the bot. Perfect. Yeah, I'm glad we had the opportunity to spend that stuff. And in fact, that's the upgrade that we just opened. Having that opportunity right before the apex virus of the biome. All right, do your damnedest. Might as well get the shield or get the special going. I think I'm gonna try to focus on the deflecting for this part of the battle because there's a lot of that happening and it'll help without taking hits as well. Or less hits, I guess I should say. Fire out that special. All right, we're looking pretty good. Outstanding. Okay, inner roots. Using your active ability releases a wide cobweb that roots all affected enemies and deals damage based on your health attribute. We know what the rock skin does. This one sounds weird in all the right ways. Let's do it. Okay. On to the next biome. Hey, I'm all for trying a different one that we haven't seen yet. So why don't we go to the Living Entrails? Sounds cozy, doesn't it? Oh yeah. I take damage when I walk in here? Maybe, maybe not. I can't tell yet. Cell exchange. Trade the cells you've acquired. See, I kind of want to go that route so that we can then go to the mutation. So let's do that. Let's see if there's anything in here we can buy. There should be. Okay, so we can buy the bot that attacks. The instant shield. Obtain a deflecting shield after deflecting 5 times. Projectiles deflected by the shield deal damage. Okay. When struck by your primary weapon, a chance to release an explosion. Oh, that sounds good too. I know. We talked about the deflection stuff. Grants you a shield for a short time. Obtain a deflecting shield after deflecting 5 times. So we already have something that's similar. So I'm going to go with the unstable cells this time. All right. That worked out well. Now we go straight to the mutation. Spikes eventually strike the area. Okay. Interesting. you're sitting there saying, boy, this seems considerably harder, I would agree with you. So I think that muck slows you down. I think that's the deal. Piercing projectiles. Deflected projectiles pass through enemies, increasing their damage more enemies they hit. Or the chance for the bot to heal you is increased. Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. Just looking at the health bar, 58 out of 120. Could be better. Anomalies spawn a blood bomb. Whoa, okay. I think we know what that means now. I mean, do I just need to dodge these things? Can they be batted? Oh, wow. Okay, who's left? Who's left? Oh, we got a bunch of guys down here. That's why I use the special. Enemies spawn a blood bomb when they die. Oh, God. I'm really liking the challenge level here. It just gives you a chance to get back in there over and over and over again. Grab more upgrades, keep coming back. We're gonna go with Deflect attribute again. Healbot needs to start doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Where are you guys? Up here? Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, hey, how about that? I do like that you can use the environmental stuff against the enemies. It feels good to pull those off. Oh. Goodness. All right, let's get that out of the way. This character is really showing his value right now with these projectiles. Oh. Get the timing off on that one. Wow. Who predicted that? Raise your hand. Using radial slash when at maximum rage releases a huge wave that deals damage based on your deflect attribute. Throwing your sword or using radial slash will consume only half the amount of rage. I suppose we'll do that. I suppose. Oh, look at this. Right on time. Couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Enemies that are further from you take less damage. All right. Keep that alien tongue to yourself, madam. Outstanding. Okay, so turns out we can't whip those guys. Just gotta dodge them. Are you enjoying the look of this game so far? Again, I'm just kind of blown away that this completely got away from me. This is sitting at a very positive review score on Steam with 247 reviews. The game's fun. No question. And there's a dog that you can pet. A caterpillar dog. Don't Google that. Enemies have a thorny area. Okay. I'm not looking to touch the thorny area. They better stay back. Oh, I see the thorny area. They're not kidding. Oof. Wow. Oh! Those damn yellow bullets. That's all right. That was a great run. Punisher. Killing an enemy has a chance to make bones fall from the sky for a few seconds, dealing damage based on your attack attribute. That is cool. Folks, this is a game called Deflector, and it's fun. It's a fun top-down action roguelite game, and we are giving away 2 copies of this game. Get out there, wishlist this thing if it looks neat to you. If you don't have time to get to it right now, these wish lists help the devs so much. If you have the game and you've played it, especially if you enjoy it, get out there, leave these guys a review. It helps them show up on the infinite catalog of Steam. And I thank you for hanging out and taking a look at this game. Hey, let's do this again sometime out on the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we'll play a roguelike or a roguelite. And the reason we'll do that is because, well, that's the thing we do every time. We'll give away a video game at least once a week as well, because it's fun doing that. Hey, everybody, take care. Have a great rest of your day out there. We'll see you again next time.